In this video, I'm going to cover the different package options I have available and how you can best use my online e-learning system. Just type sidemounting.com into any web browser. It will bring you to my website. Then just click on check out the packages found on the main page. You can see that all the courses included in package 1 are already displayed. Package 1 includes all 7 of my online courses. Package 2, you'll get 6 of my 7 courses. It excludes the Backmount training. Package 3, you get the Backmount training, but you do not get technical diving. Package 4, you do not get Sidemount or technical. Package 5, there is no Backmount or technical. Package 6, finning techniques and hand signals, is a special package for those of you who want to test my online training a bit further than you can with just the free courses, and you pay a lower amount to do that. The contents of package 6 are included in all other packages. Now we'll look at each of the separate courses more closely. Let's start with the Backmount course. This has a total of 22 videos split over 2 hours and 23 minutes. Also included is the finning techniques, hand signals, and all divers course, which I'll discuss later in this video. You can see here which of the packages include the Backmount course lessons. Once you've purchased the relevant course package, the videos are unlocked. You just click Get Started, and then you're into the actual lessons. I recommend starting with the first video and then going lesson by lesson. Here is a preview of the first lesson in use. It starts without subtitles and then I add subtitles. What I see a lot of divers do is pull the shoulder straps way too tight, and this then pulls the waist section too high. So what I advise is when you first put it on, fix the waist section first and then adjust both shoulders so you get the correct tension. A good dive instructor should be able to help you with correct sizing. Once you finish each lesson, just mark complete. Don't worry, you can always go back and re-watch. You can pick and choose lessons from the course syllabus on the right hand side. Here is another small preview from my advanced buoyancy control 9.5 minute video. Your descent is slowed. You then breathe into 80% and you slowly start to rise. 50% back at the line level. You'll be neutral. To continue going down, you cycle between 50 and 20, controlling that descent all the time. You'll then cycle between 50% and 80% lung volume hold to remain at the deeper level, 1 meter lower. If I now hold 50% at the deeper level, you'll see that I slowly start to sink past that point. I need to make sure I breathe in quickly to the 80%. Once again, you finish this lesson, you hit mark complete, and now you can see I'm 9% of the way through the Backmount course. Next, we'll take a look at the Sidemount course. This is the largest with 69 lessons. You can see that 4 of my package options include the Sidemount course. If you just buy package 5, you still get the finning techniques, hand signals, and all divers course, which I'll cover later. Just like before, once you've purchased access, which I cover in a separate video, the course syllabus on the right hand side will turn blue. Just click the lesson you want to view. You can see that inside the course syllabus, everything is split into sections. I recommend watching the videos in order, and that is from top to bottom. Here is another teaser clip, and I'll show you the full screen mode as well. This workshop video covers the loop bungee sizing and what happens if you make the loop bungee too long and how that directly affects your cylinder. First, we'll start with the correct length. What I've done here is I did a knot with markers at 5 centimeter increments. You can see that just doesn't snap back and it kind of just flops around, which is definitely not what you want. As you'll find out in the complete harness setup video part 1, with this online learning you can pause, rewind and resume playback at any time. Directly under each video you'll have a next lesson, or you can go to the previous lesson. In these grey boxes, additional information is also shown about the video, not just the title. My new online videos go into much more detail about weight checking. Here is another preview. Still with an empty BCD, you must be able to rise and keep buoyancy on the surface without kicking your legs. And that is correct weighting. Now I'm going to show you what happens to your cylinders during a dive. I have the aluminium 80 and it's currently at 50 bar pressure. And I'm just going to hold the cylinder up, let go, and watch the speed it drops down. So the cylinder is negative at 50 bar. And you can see here that the cylinder is top heavy. The new videos have editing for both land and underwater sections, including a full post-production voiceover, just like you're hearing now. I also cover full modifications that I would make to existing harnesses on the market against the body, especially when you're wearing a thin wetsuit. It's much more comfortable than having a bolt snap. Next, we're going to look at if enough customers request me to make additional videos on their different type of side mount harness, I will gladly look to do that and add them to this current series. Below each of the training videos is a great place for you to leave feedback or any questions. It's quick and easy to do. It's a great way of letting me know what you thought of that lesson and helpful to new people who are looking to buy. All your feedback is greatly received and appreciated. If we go back to the main course view and you scroll down the page, you can see in grey boxes actual lessons, and they give you additional information about what that exact lesson covers. This you can read without having to purchase the course. Next up is the Stealth Rec system, and this has 12 kilos of lift. If you pay attention to the sides here, especially when you compare it to the next one, which is the Tech, you'll see that's where the real difference is. Now the buoyancy is at the bottom and the sides, not on the big white X or above, like it was with the classic system. Now look at the wing either side of my waist. You can barely see it, but now as the video changes and it shows you the Stealth Tech system. So that gives you a taster of the side mount course. Next we'll take a look at the All Divers course, which is included with the side mount and back mount packages. It has a total of 25 additional videos with 3 hours and 47 minutes of content currently. You can see here what packages you would need to buy to gain access to this content. Now, just like with the other lessons, we'll take a closer look at what this All Divers course has to offer. But it doesn't take up a lot of room, and I may use them on a dive boat or a trip. I'll definitely have that. Pro-suit loops, at least one, and try and clip as much of the stuff up as you can. With this online series, I've really thought about everything you would need to know and tried my best to put that to you. Doesn't matter which one you go for, just make sure you practice cutting webbing with the Easy Cut before. You'll see here that I sort of pull it and wiggle it like a saw, and this doesn't work. If you just hold on to it with tension and then pull at the right angle, it'll slice right through, honestly like a hot knife through butter. The worst case scenario, a complete BCD failure from this depth. If you're thinking it's easy, he'll just drop his weights and he'll ascend no problem, you'd be very wrong. You actually being correctly weighted will make the difference between being able to make a safe ascent or you being stuck on the bottom and in serious trouble. The dive industry and most of the instructors in it want to have you believe that having a redundant BCD will save you, that ditching your big heavy weight belt will save you. They're wrong. You have to be correctly weighted to even stand a chance. And you don't have to take my word for it, because I'm going to prove it. Before I show you if I can ascend or not, I need to make sure you understand what correct weighting is. So the cylinder pressure is 210 bar, but the weight out of the water is not important at all. Let's now take a look at the technical diver course. You can see these videos are very interactive and run you through step by step exactly what you need to do to accomplish a task or learn something new. The technical diver course consists of 26 videos with 3 hours and 2 minutes of content. We'll now take a look at the finning techniques, which is 13 videos with 1 hour and 22 minutes of content. You can see the finning techniques are included in all packages, with package 6 giving you just the finning techniques and hand signals. In this course, you'll also find advice on stretches and exercises for scuba divers. The next stretch is about ankle mobility, and this is really important for scuba divers, as generally we're all very stiff in the ankle. What you do here is put the foot on a flat surface, weight through the heel, arms can extend out to help the balance, chest should be up, the butt goes back, so have a good tension body, looking ahead, straighten out the legs, fin tips down, twist the foot angle and pull the blades towards your butt. If you think turn right, right leg, use the top side of the blade to pull the water. You can see there, turn to the right, top side of the blade, pull with the right leg, keeping the left leg isolated. We'll take a look at the other leg again, this time at full speed, turning left. You can see these videos have a huge amount of detail and very comprehensive. You can see I've even extended this into hand signals training for all levels of diver. If you suspect you have decompression sickness or a bend, you point to the area where you feel you have the pain. You point to the area where you feel the pain and show the bent signal. This is change orientation to the side. This is we have 1 minute bottom depth before we move up to the next level. So 1 minute before the team must ascend. One of the best ways you can start and really test my e-learning system for yourself is to click on the free course or free tutorials. You simply just register on my website and follow through the shopping cart. There will be no charge. I have made a separate video on the registration and buying process. Make sure you check that out. When you visit my website, just click on courses in the main tab. This is a great way you can quickly get to each course. If you click the person icon, which is next to the logout button in the main menu, here you'll find your account information, but more importantly, you can track your course progression on each of the different courses. Make sure you fully complete the free tutorials course, even if you have all the other courses, as there are 5 lessons currently in there which are independent to the other course programs. With my new online course training system, it's easy to start and stop and pick right back up where you last left off.